Okay, we've got good stuff for you to start doing today, right now. Not a problem. But this is actually going to start making changes for you in your life, and it'll start rewiring your subconscious effortlessly. But it does require you to be with great gusto in what you do. Okay, so you're going to start by giving thanks to everything. When you wake up, give thanks. Go to sleep, give thanks for being able to go to sleep. Okay, you're going to give thanks for compliments. Anything anyone does for you, that smallest little thing, you're just going to be grateful, show appreciation, and say thanks to everything. When you're doing this, what you're doing is you're creating the vibe that you like to receive. And the more you like to receive, the more you will receive. Okay? Now, secondly, you can add to it that you give a lot of compliments. You get a lot of showing your appreciation to individuals for what they have done for you, or you're going to give lots of praise. You're going to give lots of praise. You're going to give money. You're going to give your time very graciously and easily. And yes, I'm eager. Okay, now remember, when we're doing all this, this is coming from high vibe. You're not doing it for attention. You're not doing it for getting anything back. This is just because you can. Okay, those two things will make huge changes in your life very fast. So you don't necessarily have to sit down and try to rewire that into you. If you actually just start doing it, it will start to bear fruition in your life. Okay, now to me, doing a brain rewire is faster. Like, tomorrow I start doing it effortlessly. But you can also do it this way by just starting to consciously, okay, be aware of it. So I say, like, take a 24-hour day and just hit it hard. Okay, that will really help your brain to get on board for giving and receiving everything. Okay, everything, everything, everything. See what happens when you do that. Okay, are you ready? Okay, so this is the next thing that you can start doing in your life. You can actually assign the vibe that you want from people. Okay, now this is harder to do when your vibe might be in a low vibe. So it's harder to do, but you can make the conscious effort to put out that you want to receive a higher vibe. So then you will actually end up giving a higher vibe too. So how do you do that? Well, you do that by how you maybe start your conversations. Make sure you start your conversations in a high vibe. Okay. Now, a lot of times we will say, how was your day? Okay. We have just opened up that we want a reply, but we haven't said what kind of reply that we want. So you might say, hey, how exciting was your day? Oh, hey, what new things did you do today? Do you see the difference? More than likely, you're going to get back a high vibe reply. Ah, got it? Okay, so someone is actually saying some things. You want to make sure that your vibe is that whatever they say is right. Whatever they do is right. Now, I know you're getting resistive. Your brain's like, no, I can't do that. But let me tell you why you're going to want to. Okay? If everything that they say is right and do is right, they will not get defensive when you speak what you say is right. Okay? They will agree with you because you agreed with them. And when I say you agreed with them, it means that you didn't start to say the opposite, correcting or criticizing. I'm not saying that you actually said, oh, you're right. But by your words and your actions, you are not causing them to feel they need to bring up a defense. Because what happens when we do that, when they bring up the defense, that's what they're replaying in their mind all day, is how they had to defend. And then they get into the habit that with you, they may have to defend. So in order to start breaking that down, what you will actually do is, by your comments, be in agreement with them, by your manner, by your demeanor. And that means you're not contradicting what they said. That's what I mean. Do not contradict what they said. What I'll do sometimes is I'll say, what about if you put this in the factor? How does that change? Oh, then you usually get more of a comment more in line with what you are thinking that's going to be beneficial for them. So when you assign the vibe to individuals, if you assign the vibe, I'm going to disagree with you, then you're telling them to disagree back to you. So that's why it's very important that they are correct, because if they are correct, then you will be correct. That is what they will hear later on when they are replaying the conversation, and then by osmosis, the little bit that you put in there will start to change their thinking. Got it? So the other thing that's really important is you do want to take in as much as you can. You want to read, you want to watch, and you want to listen. That was a hard one for me because, I'm always going and I seem to want to hear my own voice. But I learned by listening to others, I'm actually going to get in good stuff. Now, since I've worked on all of my subconscious thought patterns, when I'm receiving, it's coming from the aspect of growth, okay, and acceptance of what they're saying, mostly. So when I'm doing that, then my brain is taking it in well, okay? And because I'm taking it in on a high vibe, then my brain is going to glean from it in a high vibe way and produce the same results. But if I'm taking in the information in defense or in wanting to prove them wrong, then it's going to be unbeneficial for me. So everything, read, watch, and listen with the thought of accepting and allowing your brain to glean what it needs to hear to benefit you. Then the biggest thing is then to implement. Do not just listen, do not just watch, do not just read. Figure out, whoa, how can I implement this in little ways? Okay, you don't have to take off big chunks. We tend to, when we take in information, we want to try to apply everything, and that actually results in us applying nothing. So little bits, little tiny morsels that you can chew and enjoy and savor and produce something with.